friends, how are you today? I am doing okay. We have birds chirping outside. We have dogs barking. We have chickens attacking each other in the backyard. It's a good day. And I decided that I would go with I'm going to call this one Horror Collection Shelf 2, Part 1. Yeah, that's what I'm going to call it because I realized that if I did an entire Shelf 2 all in one shot, I would be sitting here probably for at least 4 hours. It would be ridiculous with the reviews and the talkabouts or whatever. Talkabouts. Like Crocodile Dundee. I do the talkabouts. Do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. It helps. The like button helps you with that thing that I can't pronounce. The algorithm. Just hit the like button and hopefully something good will happen. But we're going to begin right away. So these are the first titles I'm going to show you are some miscellaneous titles that kind of don't go with anything else that I have in my collection. So first one is The Phantom of Paradise. Phantom of Paradise is a rock opera, horror, Scream Factory release that I watched one time, and I don't really remember that well. So was it good? Not good? I don't remember. So I'm going to give it another go. But if it's one of your favorites, please comment below and tell me, yeah, give it another go. I love that movie. I loved it. You're being foolish. Comment, I like it. So I'll give it another shot. But Phantom of Paradise, Scream Factory release. So I figured it had to be halfway decent. Next one was, okay, let me get this here. Scream Factory release, also The Craft. This movie I actually saw in the movie theater. Loved the movie, thought it was great. Stars Nev Campbell and, let me see, Fairuza Balk. Okay, can't forget Fairuza Balk from Return to Oz, Waterboy. Great movie about witches and teen romance and love and that kind of situation. Scream Factory did a great job. A lot of bonus features. Of course, you get the new cover art and you get the original cover art on the inside. The Craft. That's a pickup if you haven't seen The Craft yet. Next movie, really good. Horror comedy Idle Hands. Movie about this slacker stoner kid. And I guess the saying is idle hands is the devil's plaything. Well, his hand gets idle and got to lop it off, and then the hand comes back and wreaks vengeance on the boy. You know, the hand wants to kill. Okay, it's a killer hand. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's pretty much what it's about. I kind of felt like it had an Evil Dead 2 vibe-ish to it, you know what I mean? As far as the hand and the attacking the funny hand and so it's to me this is a horror comedy. Definitely good, definitely worth getting. I do recommend the Scream Factory, cleaned up a lot compared to the old DVD. Good movie. That's what I gotta say about that one. All right, next set is a franchise of some sorts or whatever. Please correct me if I'm wrong with the order of these things, because there's so many of this stuff that it's the order sometimes gets me a little wacky here. Okay, so we're gonna go one at a time, and this is the Night of the Living Dead. So this will be my Night of the Living. I'll call it the Night of the Living Dead franchise. So we have Night of the Living Dead. Is this the original or the remake? That I get a little confused. This is, I believe, is the remake, the one with Bill Moseley in it. Or is this one the remake with Bill Moseley in it? Anyway, so we got Night of the Living Dead on DVD. I'm sure you all know what Night of the Living Dead is. Then we have Night of the Living Dead on DVD. Still a little confused whether or not this is the remake or it says original full frame edition, but it does not say if it's the original Night of the Living Dead. Anyway, we'll keep going. Then we have The Return of the Living Dead. I love the cover art on this. I saw this one back in, this was one of my video rental days. This one I would have been more of a rental over Night of the Living Dead, because Night of the Living Dead was in black and white at the time, and I was a little kid, and of course the Return of the Living Dead was more hip. Is hip even a word? Can I say hip? It was hip and fresh and super duper, and everybody had to see Return of the Living Dead. You know, this one went to the movie theater. I remember it being a big deal. Saw it in the movie theater. Then DVD came out on DVD, came out on VHS, and it was one of my rental go-tos. Okay, I just love the cover. I thought the cover was cool. So, Return of the Living Dead. Then we have Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Return of the Living Dead Part 2, not as good as Return of the Living Dead. Part, yeah, 1. Okay, yeah. Still good movie, decent. You know. Next thing, DVD, Return of the Living Dead, Rave to the Grave. Don't remember this one. Don't remember it. Got to go back and redo it. I haven't seen it in years, so that's it's just not it's not floating in my head. All right. Return of the Living Dead, Necropolis. Necropolis. Yes, there we go. Return of the Living Dead, Necropolis. Another one I do not remember. I gotta go. I'm gonna have to do a Return of the Living Dead, Night of the Living Dead marathon and try to bang all these out all in one shot. But Return of the Living Dead, part of the franchise, had to get it. That's just the way that goes. Then we have George A. Romero, Diary of the Dead. This one I do remember. This one I did not care for. This was when that found footage type stuff was big, Blair Witch and everything like that. So I guess George Romero decided he was going to do a, hey, look, we found footage zombies or something like that. You know what I mean? And he did a found footage way. I had a hard time with the camera work. I had a hard time with the fact that it was a darkness. It was very dark. The camera work was very bouncy. I had a little issue with this movie. Okay, if you loved it, hey, whatever. But this was a direct-to-DVD. This did not go out in a movie theater. Had to pick it up because it was a George A. Romero, but it just wasn't. It didn't feel. It didn't. I wanted it to feel, but it didn't feel like a Night of the Living Dead or Return of the Living Dead. It just didn't. I'm sorry, Diary or Dawn of the Dead. That type of feel. It just didn't have it. I mean, I wanted it to. Didn't have it. All right. Then we have, with this cool lenticular cover, George A. Romero's Survival of the Dead. And it got the cool little cover there. I don't know if I'm getting it to make the little thing there. I don't know if the light's bouncing off of it. But Survival of the Dead. This is another one that I don't remember that well. I just don't remember it that well. But Survival of the Dead, I'm pretty sure I'm all over the place with these titles, whatever. But, hey, we'll go. And then we have the unrated version of Flight of the Living Dead. Yes, dead people on a plane. Zombies on a plane. Okay, they're on a plane. And there's a zombie outbreak on a plane. You got no place to run when you're out. It's like snakes on a plane, zombies on a plane, things on a plane. Yes, you got no place to go because they're on a plane. It was worth a watch. I mean, believe it or not, it was different. You know, if anything, it was a different type of Night of the Living Dead, Return of the Living Dead type movie. It was different. You know, so that's what I got to say about that. But Flight of the Living Dead. All right. And then we have More Brains, A Return of the Living Dead. This is a documentary. This is the definitive Return of the Living Dead documentary. This was a very, very good documentary if you were a fan of Return of the Living Dead. Return of the Living Dead, I gotta say, was it was different. You know, you had Night of the Living Dead, which was absolute classic. And I'll tell you right now, Night of the Living Dead, I do have to put it out there with like one of those movies where you like felt like you were. You wanted to be like the way I do things is when I'm watching a movie, I become one of the characters. You know what I mean? I'm there. I'm in that house. I'm looking for a place to hide. You know, I don't want to get killed by any zombies, and I need a place to go hide, and I need to go look for some place. And I'm with these people, and I'm like, yeah, I'm heading right straight for the basement. I'll make sure I got some food in there. I'll make sure I got a couple of baseball bats, some guns, and I'm going downstairs to the basement. That's where I'm staying. I ain't gonna be no hero. I ain't running out there and saving the day. Nope, my family's with me. I'm going in the basement, and I hope you make it out alive. That's me. I'm sorry. You know, listen, we're good. We're friends. If I know it was back in the day, but nowadays, I'll text you. Are you safe? Is your family safe? Good. Stay in the basement. Don't go outside. Don't be a hero. I don't care how many guns you got, bows and arrows. I know how this thing turns out. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. You know, so just I don't care. I don't care if it's fast zombies. I don't care if it's slow zombies. The fact is you're gonna die. Stay in the basement and eat as much food as you can until you run out of food, and then you die the natural way. That's I ain't dying by having no zombie eating my brain. I ain't gonna walk the earth for the rest of my life as a zombie. I'm gonna stay in the basement. I'm gonna eat my food. I'm gonna die the natural way, and that's the way it goes. Okay, so documentary, really good documentary. I'm not sure if this has a Blu-ray release, but I got it on DVD. Good documentary, though. All right, so let's go to these right here. And these are also Night of the Living Dead's, Return of the Living Dead's, dead movies. Okay, we'll call that dead movies. And the first, wait a minute. See, I should have did it this way. I should have did it this way, but I didn't do it this way. All right, we're gonna go. Ooh, this is gonna be messed up. This is gonna be messed up. Let's try it this way. All right, so first one we have is Night of the Living Day. Night of the Living Day. Night of the Living Day. Night of the Living. The night. Wow. Night of the Living Dead Criterion Collection. Yes. Yes, I have. So one of those other ones is the original DVD. I think I want to say that I have it. I bought it because it was black and white and color. Okay, I know how some people feel about the colorized version of Night of the Living Dead, but I like to see every once in a while what they can do and how they colorize the things. And you know, it's worth a watch. Plus, I'm a completist. I like to have everything of everything, so that's why I bought the Night of the Living Dead, black and white and in color. But this is the Criterion Collection. That's why I bought this, because it's a Criterion Collection. This is everything you want in your Night of the Living Dead. It's the Criterion. It's the Cadillac of Blu-rays. And if you're a fan of the Night of the Living Dead, this is the one you want to get. This is it right there. Buy one, and you should be happy for the rest of your Night of the Living Dead life. And I believe this has a 4K. Wait a minute. Okay. Yes, 4K digital transfer. So when they say 4K digital transfer, this plays in your Blu-ray player. This is a Blu-ray, but for some reason this is why the 4K thing confuses me, because it's a 4K digital transfer on a Blu-ray. So you can watch it on a Blu-ray, but you're going to be watching 4K on a Blu-ray. So do you need a 4K player? Do you need a 4K disc? I don't know. I'm not a technician. I'm not sure how that works, but a little confusing, but it's a 4K transfer nevertheless. So Night of the Living Dead. Then we got what was that? Wait a minute. Okay. Night of the Living Dead. I know I'm gonna mess this up because I'm trying to go by the way that it was released in a series, because I know that it was Night of the Living Dead. Then it was actually Dawn of the Dead, is what was my feeling. Then it was Day of the Dead. So I'm trying to give it to you in that kind of setup, but let's see if I can do this whatever way. Dawn of the Dead, long out of print, Blu-ray. They have a special edition that was just released. I wanted it so bad. You have no idea how bad I wanted this release. It was a 4K Blu-ray combo special edition, and you had the theatrical releases, you had the special edition releases, you had the super duper releases, you had all that stuff going on. And for some reason it was a Region B, and I do not have a Region B player. The Blu-rays, I guess in 4Ks you could watch, but the DVDs you could not watch unless you had a Region 2. And I wasn't gonna play that game. I'll wait for them to release some kind of special Dawn of the Dead edition thing. You know, that's it. Hang on. I'm back. Okay. The reason why I had to take off, come back, is because what I realized is I do have the Dawn of the Dead in this deluxe box set. This is a DVD. This is not a Blu-ray. And in this box set, you get a whole pot. You get the theatrical release, you get the European version, you get the extended version, and you get a documentary. So this is all the versions that I wanted to get in that super duper deluxe box set that for some reason was not released in the United States. But I have it all here on DVD. But I want to upgrade it to Blu-ray. I want to. I like the new cover art. I liked what they were doing. I just don't understand why we couldn't have got a United States region free or region A Blu-ray and DVD and combo pack. I just don't understand why they couldn't do that. They did it for the 4K. They did it for the Blu-ray. But for some reason, the United States did not get that. But I wanted... This one should have been over here. I done goofed. Okay. So let's go back to my miscellaneous out of order of Dawn of the Dead's. Then we have Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead was good. I like Day of the Dead. This is a Scream Factory release. This is also out of print. Not as out of print as the Dawn of the Dead, but this was a good one. This was a decent follow-up to Dawn of the Dead. Then I have this one, Day of the Dead Bloodline. Okay, Day of the Dead Bloodline, I don't remember that well. And if I don't remember it that well, it might have been I was overtired. It might have been I don't know what I'm talking about. It might have been that it wasn't good. It just wasn't good. It didn't stick in my mind. So I'm going to have to relive it. But we have Day of the Dead Bloodline. And then we have, okay, so this is, all right, this is Dawn of the Dead. This is the remake. This is the reboot, the remake, or whatever. This is where all of a sudden the zombies are no longer slow. They're running zombies. But you know what? To me, I thought it worked for this movie. I thought this was a decent remake. I put this up there with the Texas Chainsaw Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake that came out. I enjoyed this movie, and I've watched it numerous times. So, had to make it a good one. Then we have Land of the Dead. I thought this was great. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know what people thought about this movie, but I absolutely loved this movie. I watched this movie probably more than I've watched, I'm going to say Dawn of the Dead, because I watched Dawn of the Dead a ton of times. Probably more than I've watched Day of the Dead, and more than I've watched the remake. Land of the Dead, it's just a different Dawn of the Dead take. You know what I mean? It's like one of these things, like the zombies have taken over. They've taken over, and then the people have taken over this like island, and only the rich people can live on the island with this, this whole like what's the word I'm looking for? High rises and towers and everything, and they're kind of looking down on the petty people that are kind of just struggling to survive in the land of the dead with all of the dead people or whatever. But the zombies are getting smarter. So I thought this was a really good take on a zombie movie, and I've watched it numerous times. Then we have Return of the Dead. The Return of the Living Dead on Blu-ray. This is a Scream Factory release. I love the Return of the Living Dead, so I had to get the Blu-ray to go with my other one. Then we have Return of the Living Dead 2, another Scream Factory release. Why do I buy the Scream Factory releases? Because they're the best. I mean, I got to tell you that between the Scream Factory, Criterion, the Vestron videos, the Arrow video releases, I mean, they're the best. I mean, the bonus features alone are worth. I purchase it just for I don't buy. Okay, let's make this clear. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, well, wasn't the DVD good enough? Yeah, DVD was good enough. Wasn't the regular Blu-ray good enough? Yeah, the regular Blu-ray was good enough. But I buy these Scream Factory releases for the bonus stuff, the bonus features, the special features, the interviews with the cast that I haven't seen in years. That's why I buy these. So, Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Another great Scream Factory release. And then this is a Vestron video release of Return of the Living Dead 3. Return of the Living Dead 3, I have not watched in years. I do not remember it. I just recently obtained this from some guy that was getting rid of it on eBay. So I had to snag it because I was missing it. But it looks decent. I mean, it probably is not good as Dawn or Day or Land, but it's worth a shot. Okay, so where are we at here? All right. Whew. All right, now we're going to go, let's go this way. I'm going to see if I can mess this up for you. This is a lot. This is something not right. This may be a problem. This is an ongoing process and something that I've been collecting for years and years and years, and it seems like I can't stay away from any new release of anything that they do. I mean, they could literally like pack something, like a little something, like change the cover just a little bit on something, and I'll be like, I gotta get it to complete my collection. I just gotta get it. So this is a little nostalgic, a little cool. This is why I bought these. This is why, well, actually, I bought these originally, but this is why I hang on to them. This is why I don't get rid of them, because the cover art, I think, is what brings me back to that video rental store. I'm constantly looking for that. I mean, in all honesty, if there was a video rental store open today, I would probably not rent any movies. Matter of fact, when the video store rentals were open, I did not rent any movies. When I was younger, my father would go and rent movies with me, but then when I got older, I wanted to buy them. So what I would do is I'd go into the video rental stores and I'd walk around and I'd wait for them to sell their previously viewed videos. That's what I would do. I I could not stand and still cannot stand like the red box or whatever. I can't stand taking something from somebody and then having to return it. Well, what if I love it? What if I spend $2 or $3 and I absolutely love the movie? Then I gotta go and I gotta buy it anyway. So I just spent $2-3 to rent it, and then I'm gonna have to go spend $20 to go buy it or $15 to go buy it. So why don't we skip that? Why don't we buy it? But here's the other thing. Well, what if you don't like it? What if you buy it and you spend $15 and you don't like it? Well, I don't know. I mean, well, whatever. Then I have something that I don't like. You know what I mean? I put it in a box and I put it away. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I just can't. I see people standing in line at the red box wanting to rent these movies. They rent 2 or 3 of them. If you're late with them, they charge your credit card. Same thing with the rental stores. That's probably why that's probably why they went all out of business, because, I mean, it's so easy nowadays for people to stream things. It's so easy for now people to just buy I mean, even the titles. I mean, if you were to buy a new release right now, you could still buy a new release for like $9 to $15. I mean, it's drop $3, $4 to rent a movie. I don't know. Okay, but anyway, these bring me back to my walking into the video store rental days. So the first one we have, this is my Friday the 13th franchise collection. Okay, so we have Friday the 13th Part 1. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't break down. Okay. If you don't know what Friday the 13th is about, okay, Friday the 13th, all right, Friday the 13th Part 1. If you have been living under a rock, okay, for the last, how many years? What's the anniversary on Friday the 13th? Are we on 25? We on 30? What are we on? We're up there, okay? So if you've been under a rock for 30 years or 25 years and you don't know who Jason Voorhees is, then you might have a problem, okay? Or I don't know, you spend your whole life watching Disney movies. So we got Friday the 13th Part 1. Big secret in this one. Jason's not in it. All right. Then we got Friday the 13th Part 2. Big secret in this one. Jason's got a bag on his head. I'm trying to sum these up as easy as possible so we can get through these as quick as possible. All right. Friday the 13th Part 3. Woo! 3D. Jason in 3D. But you know what? When the DVD came out, when the DVD done come out, it wasn't in 3D. But you got the cool 3D cover art, and I think that's really cool. This is the first time you actually see the real 3D Jason in a hockey mask. This is the hockey mask Jason, first time ever seen. And this is the movie that started it all. This is what made Friday the 13th Friday the 13th. I mean, I loved Part 1. Excellent slasher film. I loved Part 2. It continued on. But Part 3 has Jason, the full Jason, the real Jason. Take that bag off your head, Jason. Put on that hockey mask and stop killing them teenage kids. Loving it. Okay? That's what I got to say about that. This is the one that started it all. Okay, then we have Friday the 13th, the final chapter. No, it's not. Okay, it's not the final chapter because they kept going. But this one is, wait, because make sure I've got my mind going here. I'm going to look at it, and it's not going to have the name, or is it going to have the name? All right, if I remember correctly, this one is, yes, I think it is. It is. This is the Corey Feldman one. Yes, Corey Feldman as young Tommy Jarvis, the guy who kills Jason. Or does he? Then we go on to Friday the 13th, A New Beginning. Yes, he's not dead. It's a new beginning. It was a final chapter, and then they brought it back. And I'll have to tell you, the final chapter was probably my favorite. Probably was. I love the character. The final chapter, I think, was the only one that had any really character development with the teens. Like, you actually got to know the teens a little bit better. The other ones were like, hey, let's just kill a bunch of teens. That one, they introduced the teens, and you had a little bit of more feeling going on. Did I just say that? A little bit more feeling going on with these teens. But then The New Beginning came out, and this one was just awesome. This one was great. I absolutely love this. This one was so cool. But big spoiler here. It wasn't the Jason from the last Jason. There's a little more personal twist to this Jason. And The characters in this movie were great, absolutely great. There's this mother and son motorcycle redneck group people that live in the woods, and she's just swearing up a storm, and she's enjoyable in this movie and really, really good. And so is the son, and it has the Dudley from Different Strokes in it. I mean, this was a good movie. That one and the Corey Feldman one I probably watched the most out of all of them. Then we got Friday the 13th, Jason Lives. Yeah, this one, if I remember correctly, this was when Horshack, they go down to go see Jason because they got nothing better to do. They stick a rod in his chest. Lightning strikes him like Frankenstein, and whoa, Jason lives. Okay, that's what that one's all about there. I'm trying to run these through my mind if I remember them correctly. And then we have Friday the 13th, The New Blood. This one is with the Carrie type character. She's got what's that word? Telekinesis, and she's gonna battle Jason because she's got issues and she can make things move, and she's gonna fight him with her brain. Yeah, that's that one going on there. And then we have Jason Takes Manhattan. Jason gets on a boat, spends most of the time on his boat, gets to New York City, and kills a bunch of teens. Jason Takes Manhattan. That was that. That's what that one's all about. Then we got Jason Goes to Hell. The movie I went to go see because it had a little tiny snippet of 3D at the end of the movie. Jason's in this movie like 2 seconds. Okay, this one is probably one of my least favorites. I saw it at the movie theater. I got my Jason 3D glasses with my Jason tub of popcorn, and I went to go see it to get the spectacular 3D type thing. And literally, it's like the end of the movie. I don't know, maybe 10-15 minutes, and you hardly see Jason in the whole movie. A little bit of a letdown, Jason. Sorry to say. And then we have Jason X. Yes, Jason in outer space. If you thought Jason wasn't good enough to go just traveling by boat to go to New York, this guy's he's on a rocket ship, man. He's in outer space now. And this was what I thought was going to kill the franchise, because whenever they send a horror character to outer space, unless you're the alien, it messes it up, man. When they sent the Leprechaun to outer space, I was nervous. I was like, Leprechaun, don't go to outer space because you jump in the shock. You're not going to make it out of this. The franchise is going to die. And I actually, if I remember correctly, they did the Leprechaun in the Hoods, and those were a little... So, I say Leprechaun 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. And then Leprechaun goes to outer space. Nah. Jason, when he went to outer space... I like this movie, but you got to look at it like it's not a Jason movie. It just didn't have that Jason feel. But you got this mechanical, electronical Jason from outer space killing people, and it does have some really cool kill scenes. One of my favorites in here, no spoiler, is this girl that goes into this like it's like a freezing bath, a freezing or whatever the case. What's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Like it's a chemical. Anyway, he dips her in it, pulls her out, smashes her face on it, and her face shatters. You know, it's like, can't remember what they call that stuff, though. Boy, I got dry ice in my mind, but it ain't dry ice. Anyway. Freddy versus Jason. Yes. Everybody wanted it. Everybody wanted to see it. They wanted Jason and Freddy to fight it out and see who would win. I got to tell you, I didn't care. I didn't care if Freddy or Jason would win. I didn't care for Freddy versus Jason. I just thought that it reminded me too much of an Abbott and Costello. I have no idea why. I know you people are going to hate me about this because a lot of people love this movie. And I love Freddy. I love Jason. I love the franchises. But I don't see why they got to fight. I don't see why they had to fight each other. They both, if anything, they should have been buddies. You know what I mean? But they got to battle because Freddy's in the dream realm and he's bringing dreams into Jason's head and making Jason... Listen, a little bit too much comic book to me. That's what this one reminded me. Too much comic book. All right. And then we got Friday 13th, The Killer Cut. Now, if you've been watching my videos, I have this numerous times on Blu-ray. For some reason, Dollar Tree, I keep forgetting that I have it. I buy numerous copies. I got Friday 13th Killer Cuts coming out of the Cuisine. Coming out of my butt. I got a whole bunch of them, you know, and to be perfectly honest with you, it was all right. It was worth a watch, but not really the Friday the 13th feel that we want. It has a lot of running around, a lot of, I like the tunneling thing. It had a lot of good aspects to it, and it was definitely enjoyable. But I don't know. As far as Friday the 13th go, it doesn't compare to the past. It was a remake that was okay, but I don't know. It was all right. It was all right. I'm not gonna bash it. And I'm gonna swing through these because this is just a variation of the Friday 13th I just showed you. Okay, so I'm not gonna break down the stories again because you already seen them. But these are my Friday 13th DVDs with lenticular covers and bonus features. Okay, so we have Friday the 13th uncut, which is another reason why I bought this. The other one was cut. This one is uncut, and it's got that cool, I don't know if I'm lenticular covering it for you when I do that like that, but this is the, Friday the 13th uncut. Then we have Friday the 13th Part 2, and we have the lenticular cover on that one also. All right. Friday the 13th Part 3, super excited. Why? Finally, they gave me a DVD with 3D glasses that I can watch on a regular TV. And that's why I bought this one. It includes the 3D version and the 3D glasses. And I believe, let's see here, because of the type of guy I am, if I open up this thing, yep, there they are. The 2 pairs of 3D glasses, still sealed, never opened. Now I bet you're asking me, well, how did you watch it in 3D? They're red and blue 3D glasses. I actually took them out of my Shrek 3D and watched them with the entire family so that everybody had a pair because I didn't want to mess with the real cool Friday the 13th 3D glasses. I wanted to keep them mint and sealed. So I wore Shrek 3D glasses to watch my Friday the 13th 3D. Little strange, but nice lenticular cover. Loving it. All right. Then we have Friday the 13th, the final cut. Lenticular cover, more special features. Then we have Friday the 13th, the new beginning. Lenticular cover. More special features. Friday the 13th, Jason Lives. I mean, the cover art on this stuff is killer. It's killer cover art. That's what they should have called it. The Friday the 13th franchise. Killer cover art. You know you want to buy them. And I had to. I couldn't pass them up. Love the color. Oh, sorry. The New Blood. And what does it say here? It has slashed scenes, masters in high definition, new 5.0 surround mix, and new special features. So they're not technically the same as the other ones. They do have new things going on, new special features, new mixes and everything. But when I finish this whole thing, you're going to be like, why? You're still going to be why. And then we have Friday the 13th, Part VIII 5, 6, 7, 8. Jason Takes Manhattan. This is the last lenticular cover they released because this was the last, if I remember correctly, this is the last Paramount release, and then the rest were New Line, and New Line didn't hop on board right away with Paramount, so we had an issue with Friday the 13th. Then, I picked up, all right, let's get this going over here. Okay, now, then I picked up on Blu-ray. Why did I pick this up? I think I like the cover. This was a Walmart, I believe, Walmart exclusive of Friday 13th, uncut. That's why I bought it, because it was Blu-ray, and it was the uncut. I wanted the uncut because, okay, here's a little bit of a spoiler. At the end, if you're buying Friday the 13th, there's the regular version, and then there's the uncut version. What's the difference between the uncut and the regular version, you asked me? Did you ask me that? I heard you ask me that. I think you want to know. There's a scene at the end when Jason gets killed. Jason gets killed. No, Jason's not even in it. Wow, which is even kind of funny now, because now that I think about this, look at the cover. It's got Jason right on the cover. Jason ain't even in the movie. Well, the person that kills in the movie gets killed at the end, and the head bounces down away, and supposedly that was too much for the senses, so the uncut version has the actual head bouncing away. That's pretty much, to me, what I got from the uncut version compared to the regular version. The time limit is not really, we're talking a minute, couple minutes, when it's not even that much. But I wanted to get it because that completes the whole the whole setup there. And then I picked up on DVD His Name Was Jason. This is a 2-disc documentary on Friday the 13th with a lot of interviews, with a lot of different things, going back to the locations. I love that stuff. This was a must for the Jason Friday the 13th franchise collector. Okay, that was a must. But then they released this thing, which I thought was really, really cool. This was Crystal Lake Is it Memories? Yes, Memories. I wanted to say Memoirs for some reason. The complete history of Friday the 13th. Now, if you want to see a documentary that is just everything, I mean, this thing is hours. And does it say how many hours it is? Because I'll tell you right now, it is ridiculous amount of hours. It does not say. Does it say it on the front? It does not say. All right. Well, this is the Blu-ray DVD combo pack. So to bunch it all up, you're getting a Blu-ray and a DVD. Multiple discs, and this is hours and hours of everything and anything you wanted to know about Friday the 13th. This was actually, I think, not compilation, a accompaniment to the book. There was a book, Crystal Lake Memories, and this was like to wrap it all up. I didn't get the book. I got the Blu-ray. I don't read. Didn't really care to look at the pictures, but this was the go-to documentary. You want to see everything? It's here. You want to see new interviews? They're here. You want to see locations? They're here. You want to see special effects? And it's here. Everything's here in this set right here, Crystal Lake Memories. So that's a must for Friday the 13th fans. Here is the last must for a Friday the 13th fan. This one, I special ordered. This one, I waited literally months and months. I believe it was like 6 months I waited to get this title. I mean, I waited. I'm not talking like I sat in front of the door and waited for the mailman to come, but I was excited about this title. I could not wait because finally we got all of the Friday the 13th in one big box set. Yes, you got everything in one box set. And I was excited. Plus, you got a bonus disc. There it is here. You got a bonus disc collection, okay? So you got even more special features than you would had seen in the Crystal Lake Memories. They added extra stuff in here. But there was a problem. There was a big problem with this box set. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I special ordered it. It came with a poster. It came with did it just come with a poster? I think it came with a poster. It came with something else too. Can't remember what it was. Came in a big box. Poster. I think it was several. I think it was 3 posters. And I waited and it came in. And then when it came in, luckily I do a lot of YouTube watching. Some of the discs were messed up. So, for instance, just an example. I'm going to do one example, but it was 3 discs that were messed up. And Friday the 13th Part 3 3D had a problem with their disc. Scream Factory decided, okay, there's an issue. We're going to ship these things out. They're already out. People are probably going to find this issue. Now they're going to notify us, and we are going to rectify the issue. So Scream Factory took care of the issue. But, once again, I had to wait. So in here, if you open it up, I have the disc that it came with, and the disc that they sent me with the fixed footage. I mean, like I said, they really, Scream Factory cares about their, not employees. Oh, what do they care about? They care about the consumer, okay? Yeah, the person that buys this stuff, they care about you, you know what I mean? And they knew that they made a mistake, and they knew that there was an issue, and they knew that they needed to fix this thing, so They hopped right on it. I mean, it did take a matter of a couple months for them to fix it, but I mean, it was literally like scenes. There was stuff going on. Like one of them had a missing scene. One of them had the wrong scene. Like they took something from like the original and they spliced it in together. But they fixed it. They fixed it, and they sent it out absolutely free. You contacted them, told them what the problem was. You had to show them a copy of your receipt just to prove that you purchased it, because I'm sure there was a ton of people just trying to get free copies of Friday the 13th 3D, and I believe it was, I want to say it was Jason Goes to Hell. I want to say it was Jason Goes to Hell, and I can't remember what the last one was. But They rectified it. They took care of it. They took care of their customers. But that was a little bit of a pricey box set, but that was one that I wanted. I mean, like, I know you're going to say, well, you got them on DVD. You got them multiple times on DVD. Yes. Okay. But I wanted that Blu-ray quality. Will I buy them on 4K? If they release them on 4K, will I buy them on 4K? No, I won't. I will not. I have to draw the line. I have one 4K player. It's in the room where the whole family is at. I'm not going to watch Friday the 13th with the whole family. And the Blu-rays are perfectly fine. It doesn't. I don't have to go any higher than that. The DVDs were probably perfect. A little grainy, little things going on, but decent. You know, decent. All right. The last thing I have here. Okay, wait. I'm covering up my stuff. Hang on. Okay, so the last thing we have here is my Halloween franchise. I'm going to start first with the original DVD of Halloween. Yes, this is the one that started it all. And I hung on to my DVD copies because like I said, I got to have them all. So this is the original John Carpenter classic with Jamie Lee Curtis. I'm sure we all know the story of Michael Myers. Killed a bunch of teens, got locked into a mental institution, breaks out of the mental institution, and is going back for the rest of the family. That's pretty much sums it all. That pretty much sums them all up for as far as the Halloweens go. But except for part 3. So here we go. First one, Halloween on DVD. Then we have Halloween Part 2, and this was a Scream Factory release. Had to grab this one. I haven't even opened this thing up. This is still sealed because it had extra stuff in it. So that means I must have some other Halloween DVDs floating about somewhere. They got to be here somewhere. This is the Scream Factory. This was even more of The Night He Came Home. 2 discs loaded with Scream Factory extras. So this was pretty much an early Scream Factory release type thing. You know, this was before they got into the Blu-ray stuff. I remember this being at Target, and I had to grab it because it was Halloween. So Halloween 2. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, or Halloween with no Michael Myers. They tried to do something new, and to me, you might not consider this a Halloween movie, but I absolutely love Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. I love the concept. I love the story. It has a haunted mask, Goosebumps vibe to it, but adult form. I enjoyed it. I really, really enjoy this movie. I've watched this movie multiple times. I probably grabbed this one over a lot of the regular Michael Myers ones. I like Halloween 1. Don't get me wrong, the first Halloween with Jamie Lee Curtis, but then this is probably my go-to second Halloween movie in the franchise. But there is no Michael Myers in this movie. But I had to grab this. This is the Scream Factory release. Tons of bonus footage also in this movie, and all kinds of extra stuff. So, plus Halloween, actually Scream Factory was doing this thing called Horror's Hallowed Grounds, which was like, it would take you to the filming locations of Halloween, and I used to love watching that stuff. And then we have Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers. Yes, he's not dead. He's back. He returned. It was good. Halloween 4, good movie. The people wanted Michael Myers back. They gave him Michael Myers. Then we have Halloween 5. Halloween 5, once again, I would say Halloween 4 and Halloween 5 are my go-to Halloween season Halloween movie. So I will watch this on Halloween night with my family. They enjoy the little girl in it running around dressed up like a clown. They like that whole thing about it. So Halloween 4 and Halloween 5 are usually my Halloween night movies to go to if I'm going to watch a Halloween movie. And then we have Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. It's another Halloween movie on DVD. Halloween H2O. This one I enjoyed. It brought Jamie Lee Curtis back. It had LL Cool J in it. It had what's his name? LL Cool J and Josh Hartnett. This is the Josh Hartnett one. And the Michelle Williams from Dawson's Creek. And is there somebody else in there that's all the ones I'm going to remember. But this one was actually really good. This was a different looking type Michael Myers in a different time. And a different story. It was good. It was really enjoyable. I watched this one numerous times. This was one of the ones that used to be on like HBO Cinemax, so it was played a lot. And then we have Halloween Resurrection. This is when they're stretching on that found footage type thing, and they wanted to. So now you got them recording a haunted house to document the Michael Myers murders and everything like that. And big surprise, hey, Michael's home. You know, you shouldn't be in his house. Bottom line, you broke into the guy's house. You got your recording stuff there, and you got a bunch of teenage kids not doing the right thing. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. You should have never broke in. You know, should have never came in the house. You shouldn't be recording someone's house. He lives there. That's his house. He owns it. Get out, or you're gonna die. That's what this one's all about. And it seems like it kind of, to me, this one dragged a little bit. It had a little bit of a draggy story. This is the one with Busta Rhymes. Yeah, it's the one with Busta Rhymes. I mean, it was all right. It was all right, and it flows, but not as good as the other ones. My personal opinion. I mean, I'm sure everybody's got an opinion. Then we have Halloween Unrated, the Rob Zombie movie that everybody hated, and I don't understand why. Okay, this movie was more graphic than any of the other Halloween movies. It had that Rob Zombie feel about it. I understand. Okay, yes. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why you gotta go back and take my Michael Myers? Or why you gotta go tweak them and touch them and mess them all up? It ain't broke. Leave it alone. But Rob Zombie, personally, I love what Rob Zombie does. I love his takes on the movies. I love when he does certain things. With that said, I enjoyed this movie. I loved the character development of a young Michael Myers. I loved the Danny Trejo character. I just loved the way that this movie told a story about how Michael Myers became, because with the first one you get a little brief thing of how Michael Myers became Michael Myers, but this one you get a more elaborate story of Michael Myers. Now, I don't know why people didn't like this movie. I don't know why they really, I mean, some people really hated on this movie. I don't really get it, because this one I can watch, put it on, and it keeps up with the times. It also tells a newer story of Michael Myers. It also elaborates on the more functions and the reason why he was psychotic the way he was, and what was going on, and how he turned from this sweet little kid to this monster. And I just really enjoyed this one. I thought Rob Zombie did an excellent job redoing Michael Myers. Matter of fact, I even like the Michael Myers mask. I mean, a lot of people had a hard time with the Michael Myers. This isn't the original Michael Myers mask. This isn't the turned inside out William Shatner mask from back in the day. No, it's not. It's newer. It's more up to date. It's a different take on a story of Michael Myers. Why is that so difficult for everybody to understand? Why was that such a problem? I don't know. I am a fan of this franchise. As you can see, I enjoy these movies. I had no problem with Rob Zombie giving his little tweak on this movie. With that said, then he released this one. This one is watchable. It's just watchable. That's all I gotta say about that. I mean, I like I said, once again, big fan of Rob Zombie, fan of his music, fan of his movies, love Devil's Rejects, love House of a Thousand Corpses. Probably my favorite horror movies. I really love what he did, especially House of a Thousand Corpses. That's just mind-blowing. His characters that he brought forth in those movies could like reign in history with Leatherface, and they're just so memorable. But this one right here, I'm not sure exactly what went wrong. It just not as memorable as the first one. It continued on with the story, but I don't know, it just didn't have that excitement. I didn't have that feel. I mean, I wanted to see it. I was like, Rob Zombie, I think he did a good job with the first one. I want to see the second one. Went to go to see the second one. It was one of them that wasn't memorable. It wasn't like, it didn't stick. It wasn't like, oh man, like, I can't believe he did that. You know, I can't believe that happened. I'm glad that they redid this or whatever. No, it just didn't. It didn't do it for me. It wasn't my thing. But hey, you know, not everything's going to be perfect. Then, to add on to the collection, I have the original Halloween. This is special. This is out of print. This is super special to me. And why is it so special, you say? It's the original Halloween movie. This is the Jamie Lee Curtis original Halloween movie. But it says on the top here, extended edition. And it also says, featuring 12 minutes of extra footage shot. Get it? Here it comes. For television. This was the television release of Halloween. I was going to say Friday the 13th. I caught myself. But then I told you guys the truth. I was going to mess up. Yes, this is the televised version of Halloween. And they had to add new footage in it because they had to get rid of all the graphic stuff. And they had to get rid of the nudity things. And when they got rid of that stuff, they had to add on for TV time, which actually made the movie longer because they added extra stuff to compensate for the stuff they had to get rid of. And I'll tell you right now, this is really, really good. I really enjoyed the televised version. And now, do I enjoy it because I was a little boy wanting to see Michael Myers, wanting to see Halloween, and I was subjected to watching Channel 56's version of Halloween? Could it have been that? Was it Channel 56 or Channel 25 or Channel 38? Might have been Channel 38. I'm thinking it might have been Channel 38 because they were a little more risky with their movies there. So it might have even been 38. Could have been 64. But anyway, if you know any, I'm throwing out these numbers. If you know what I'm talking about, comment below. Then we'll know what age group we're working with here. Because 56, 25, 64, and Channel 38. 38 was the MASH channel, and Channel 64 was the newer channel, so you got the newest stuff. Channel 56 was the Creature Double Feature channel, and Channel 25 was your I Love Lucy go-to channel, okay? So you got your classics on that. But whatever channel it was, they put this on, and I remember sitting there and watching Halloween for the very first time on television. And it wasn't graphic. It was still scary. As a little guy watching this stuff, still scary. But this version is the one that sinks into my mind. And I'll tell you right now, they added 12 extra minutes, and it almost changes a little bit of the story. Like because of the way that things were shot and the way that things moved around and everything, when you watch this compared to the original, can I grab the original here without knocking anything down? Let's see if I can do this. I'm like David Copperfield over here. There we go. So if you watch the original and you watch the other one, let's compare the time limit here first. Let's see if they have the time. 92 minutes. Okay, 92 minutes on the original, 104 minutes on the extended TV version. So you got actual extra stuff longer over here on this one. Not a ton, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see how they had to change things to adjust to regular television back in the day. And I had this a long time. Actually, the first one I ever bought was this one. And I was disappointed. I was like, wow, I don't have the theatrical release of Halloween. I have this TV version of it. So I got rid of this. I sold it. I brought it to FYE, and they bought it off here, I think, for like $6 or whatever. And then I started getting into collecting. And I'm like, there's something missing. They did not release Halloween, the extended edition TV. They didn't put it on the Blu-ray. They didn't. To me, they should have probably put this as an extra. You know, it should have been a separate disc so you can get the full thing. So, if you are a Halloween collector, you have to find this extended television. Listen to me. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Halloween movie lovers, Michael Myers movie lovers. Okay, if you are a fan of the movie, you have to get this extended edition. You have to see it. You have to just see it because it's good. It's really, really good, and it's part of Halloween history. That's why I don't know why they didn't add it into the different things. So then after we go on with that, we'll go on to this, because then they released Halloween, the complete box set. And it has Halloween 2, Halloween 3, Halloween 4, Halloween 5, Halloween, Curse of Michael Myers, H2O, Resurrection, and the 2 Rob Zombie movies that people didn't want in this collection because they just hated on them so much. But it's everything. But let me tell you something right now. I've been saying but a lot. But if I pull out Halloween Part 1, now this is a Scream Factory release. This is a Scream Factory box set. I would have thought that they would have put, and they didn't. Let me make sure, because I'm not being wrong here. Yes, I would have thought that they to complete a Halloween box set, they would have put the extended edition in this set. They should have, but they didn't. To me, that's the only thing that they did to drop the ball on this set, is you do not get the Halloween original extended edition. The next issue I had was Halloween 4 with this box set. Was Halloween... Let me see if I can get it out of here. Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. There was a problem with the disc. Yes, once again, Scream Factory made a mistake, but they did compensate for the mistake. They said, okay, we're going to send you out a replacement disc because the dialogue did not match up. The words, it was like watching a old kung fu movie. The words were not matching up at a certain part of the movie with the Blu-ray. There was a problem with the Blu-ray. So if you contacted Scream Factory and said, hey, listen, I got one of your box sets. I paid a lot of money for it. Do me a favor. Can I have the disc that works? They sent it out to you. Well, I messed up. I personally made a mistake because I got this thing and I let it sit on my shelf for a long, long time, not watching the Blu-ray. I was still watching the DVD, so I never put in Part 4 to see the problem. Then Halloween night came up, and like I said, usually Halloween 4 and Halloween 5 are the ones that we watch on Halloween. So Halloween night comes up a year later, and the wife's like, let's watch Halloween. I'll watch Halloween 4, the little girl. And I put in Halloween 4, and the voice was messed up. And I was messed up because I went online. I'm like, what's the issue here? Of course, they're not, Scream Factory is no longer honoring their giving you the free disc anymore. You know what I mean? Anchor Bay's not doing it. So, doing my research, I found that what I had to buy was Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, the Anchor Bay release. Okay, so for the first time ever on video, which I shouldn't have took the other thing out. I should have left it. Oh, I should have left Part 4. The question that everybody seems to have is Halloween 4 and Halloween 4... Aha. Okay, so it's not. So the question everybody had was, okay, well, technically it is, technically it's not. Technically it is, technically not. So these are the discs. So what Scream Factory and Anchor Bay did is when they found that there was an error, they shipped out this disc to compensate for this disc. Supposedly, and it is true, because I'm looking at the back, yep, it has... This disc is the same thing as this, except this one is fixed. This one, the audio matches up. This one is perfect. But there are the same exact special features on both discs. So, on both discs. So, all that they gave you with these things was an audio commentary, another audio commentary, and a discussion panel and a theatrical trailer. You got the same exact thing on this disc. So I had to go out and buy this to fix this because, and I got, you know what, Scream Factory made the mistake, but I made the mistake by waiting so long to review these things, to watch them, to make sure that everything was good. And with that saying, I had to go out and spend $14 to replace the problem. But now the problem is replaced, and I hung on to the original disc. Why? It's part of Halloween history. It's a story. I just sat here for literally probably, 5-6 minutes, if not longer, explaining to you the situation and what happened. If you have this set, now you know what's going on, and now you know you're in trouble too. But it's Halloween history. I mean, when Scream Factory released it, they made a mistake. They compensated for their mistake. If you didn't get the mistake fixed, then that's what you have to do to fix your mistake. You got to go out and buy this Halloween 4 to fix your box set. That's what you got to buy. And the reason why I didn't take the disc from here and put it in the box set is because... Why? I mean, this is the way it originally came. That's the way the box set originally came. And like I said, I am a completist, and everything needs to be the exact way that it came. And to me, that's what makes the collection special. So even though there was a mistake, there's a story behind the mistake. And I love that there's a story behind the mistake. And I also, in a way, kind of love the fact that I made the mistake by not going for another year, because it adds to the story. And it's fixed. So I can still enjoy my Halloween. I can enjoy my Halloween 4 on DVD, or I can enjoy my Halloween 4 on Blu-ray, or I can enjoy my Halloween 4 with the voice not matching up. Then, okay, we have this DVD box set. So, I'm going to call this box set, DVD set. This is Halloween, 25 Years of Terror. This is your Halloween documentary. This is over 4 hours of features, special features of Halloween. If you want to know everything and anything about the filming, the makeup, the designs, the masks, the stories behind the masks, the stories behind the actors, this is a heavy box. I keep wanting to say box set because this stuff in here is thick. You know what I mean? You get a book in here, you get the discs in here. This is a really, really good documentary. Long documentary. You want to spend a day watching documentaries, grab that set, and you have a day of Halloween stuff. And then the last thing we have that was released so far, if I remember correctly, is Halloween. This is the last that has been released from the Halloween franchise. And how do I feel about this? Well, this one supposedly knocks all the Halloweens out of the way and says, okay, we got Halloween 1, and then we got this Halloween. And this kind of tells the story of what happened after that. So we can forget all about Josh Hartnett and H2O. We can forget that Jamie Lee Curtis had him as a son. We can forget everything. Forget it. It's gone. It's gone. This is all brand new, retold. Okay, that's all I say. It's a continuation of Halloween 1. And that's what it is. I mean, and it was good. To me, it was good. You got a much older Jamie Lee Curtis, but you have the story being told. Continued? Is that the word I'm looking for? Continued? I don't know. Whew. And with that said, my friends, listen. This was my horror collection, Shelf 2. What the heck was that? Shelf 2, Part 1. There is another half of this shelf, and I'll tell you right now, coming soon will be, it looks like Child's Play, Phantasm, Friday the 13th, Amityville Horrors, what's over there? Amityville Horrors, what? Evil Deads, Psychos, Rob Zombie's Devil Rejects, and stuff like that. That's what's going to be coming up next when I do my horror collection, Shelf 2, Part 2. Coming soon. So do me a favor. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell. When it hits, you'll be the first to know. And I will see you later.